on here and talk about some things about about the comic books and stuff like that about the Spider-Man movie, which I've seen it pretty much. If you haven't seen it yet, pretty much I'm basically going to break the news of anybody who haven't seen the movie. So everybody who did not know who is in the movie, who basically I didn't know who was in the movie, is Jean Grey. Simple as that, Jean Grey. A lot of people asking that question. Why is Jean Grey in the Spider-Man? I'm gonna break it down to you. It's very simple. It's very simple. It's not something that is really hard to not figure out very much. So when they was showing like different stuff on the Spider-Man, like they were showing like stuff on Instagram, like pictures of like Peter Parker when Tom Holland when uh pretty much stuff from the '90s cartoon, pretty much. I was like, that seems crazy, but okay. So when they start showing, when they start like showing Tom Holland wearing the Peter Parker clothes from what's the name, like he actually will like like spot on, same as that clothes that the cartoon from the '90s was wearing, pretty much. But that's besides the point. But what I'm getting at is like this basically realizing that out of that the '90s cartoon, is a lot of stuff happened in the '90s cartoon that we forget about. Spider Man met a lot of vigilantes. Pretty much, Spider Man met Daredevil on the '90s cartoon. He met the X-Men. He met Punisher. He met pretty much uh Daredevil, Ghost Rider. I don't remember seeing him meet the Hulk. I don't remember seeing him meet the Hulk, but it's pretty cool to see the Hulk in the movie, in the same movie with him, pretty much because we never seen them two actually. We see him in the Avengers movie, but we've never seen them have a conversation with each other. And it's pretty cool to see that. So I appreciate that. Um, I just need to basically see Blade and Spider Man in the same movie. That's what make me happy, pretty much. I don't think we're gonna get that anytime soon, but it's something that I was saying just to remember the '90s cartoon, how you had Blade and Spider Man in the same what's name hunting down Morpheus. Bruh, that'd be fire if you do something like that. That'd be fire. But it's all good. It's all good, pretty much. Um, and yes, the Marvel movies are all over the place. 100%. I would say 100%. I agree with that. When people saying that the Marvel movies are all over the place, I don't know which. They basically like when it comes to the storylines of the Marvel stuff that I am basically understanding. They're taking pieces of the comic book, but they're going their own route with it, and that can be difficult to understand sometimes because it's like, yo, it can be difficult to understand which route they're going with these comic books. I mean, with the storyline they're going to do with these comic books. It's like you will hear them talking about like how they did with Wolverine, the Wolverine movie, pretty much the Logan movie, Wolverine or Logan movie, pretty much. It was totally different from the actual comic book, very much. And when I heard about them doing doing a Old Man Logan movie, I was like, oh shit, they're gonna basically copy off the comic books, and he kind of didn't. Comic books is very different. Old Man Logan in the comic books is very different from Old Man. I mean, Old Man Logan live action movie was very different from the comic books. Just a tad bit different. Old Man Logan in the comic books was him fighting. Like he was in a different. Like it was like it was different, pretty much. I'd rather see the one they made, the one from the comic. I'd rather basically watch the one they basically wrote for the comic books than basically see the one that I've seen, pretty much, about the little girl, pretty much. Yes, you do meet X-23, but it's not in Old Man Logan, if I'm not mistaken. He meets her when he basically goes back, and basically get dropped into another universe. I mean, get dropped into another universe, which I thought that's what the route they was going to do. They didn't do that. Crazy to realize that they didn't do that route. They didn't go that route. They went some other route. It was kind of weird. Um, Something that I basically try to figure out. I'm trying to 100% trying to figure out when it comes to these comic book movies is like how do they basically make the decision on what movie, what idea they can work with? That's one thing that I pretty much will look. I'll basically ask that question. What movies did they decide to do? Pretty much, because when they do the movies, they don't go to they basically like try not to go the route of we're not going to copy off the movies. We're just going to basically go do our own little thing with it. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work for certain things. Pretty much, we're not going to do this. We're going to do some things that basically probably work. We're gonna do something that basically probably work or probably don't work, pretty much. But we're gonna go against the grain. Everything that's basically from the Old Man Logan movie, very much, is totally different from the comic books, which I clearly understand that. It's like everything that I remember from the comic books. I'm basically saying this from flat from off the top of my dome. But the comic books is totally different, totally fucking different. Like everything, he almost like a struggle. Everything from the comic books, like everything from Wolverine, from Old Man Logan was like I was like this. I don't know what the hell this is, but this is not it for me. I'm not rocking with it. I'm not rocking with it. I'm glad it was rated R, but at the same time, you can tell the same story pretty much from the comics. I don't understand that, and they try to say, oh no, we can't tell the same story from the comics because most people. I mean, you got people that don't even read the fucking comic books that basically will see that and basically understand that shit. And that's what I'm getting at. Like, you see a lot of stuff that's from the goddamn comic books. You like, okay, cool, and it's some good ass stories from the comic books. It's some really good storytelling on the comic books, but it seems like they don't want to go their route and just tell a story. Other what other other thing is the fucking DC movies are straight up copying off the comic books and stuff like that. Which I'm starting to understand that shit. DC movies are starting to copy off the actual storylines from the comic books pretty much because they know people don't read the comic books. Now, if Marvel don't want to basically make like do live action version of the comic book story storyline from the comics, do it in a cartoon, something, animation, something. Because it's like some really good storytelling for them. Like these writers of these damn comics really did They killed it on basically making good stories, like really good stories, and it's crazy to basically realize that like we're not getting the same story from Old Man Logan. Even though the Old Man Logan story is, when I say it's good, bro, it's good. It's so fucking good. Like, damn, this is awesome. So, what I remember from Old Man Logan, the storyline from Old Man Logan is Wolverine, Wolverine got basically tricked by Mysterio, pretty much. He basically made everybody in the X Men's like to Wolverine made everybody look like villains of of somebody the villains from what's the name coming at him, pretty much attacking him, pretty much. And Wolverine, as Wolverine do, he killed all of them, killed all the villains in his eyes. Turns out, all the villains that he so called killed was the X Men. He slaughtered everybody from the X Men. It wasn't the Professor who killed all of them in the Old Man, like how it was in the live action movie. It was Wolverine that killed all of them. Like he basically slaughtered everybody, very much. And when he found out about it, he basically tried to kill himself. And without basically, he tried to kill himself. He put his head on a train track and let a train run him over, run his whole head over, very much. Didn't kill him. It just basically like he's Wolverine. He's not gonna die by that. He got a healing ability and all that shit. And then he came back, very much. And if I remember, he basically gets like a family or something like that. And the family that he basically tried to take care, the Hawks. This world is crazy. The Hawks like are like loan sharks. It's like a Hawk family, pretty much. Bruce Banner basically slept with his cousin or some shit. Shit was wild. He slept with his cousin, had some kids, and it's all over the place. All I remember is bits and pieces of it. Pretty much, I gotta go back and read it again. He had a kid. He had some kids, pretty much, and he always messing with. They was all messing with Logan. They was all messing with Wolverine, pretty much, or Logan, whatever you want to call him. It was messing with him, and he gave him like a certain date to basically pay up what he owes or something like that. And he went on like an adventure with uh, Avenger. Pretty much, he went on an adventure with Hawkeye. And it turns out in this universe, Hawkeye is blind. He can't see shit, but he's nice as shit. And he basically um has that mind frame like I basically want to do something to um let the people know that I'm still able to do shit. Pretty much because he feel like he was saying Hawkeye in this storyline. Old man Hawkeye is pretty much like trying to go back and read the comic. I gotta go back and read that comic. Bro. That comic's awesome. That's why I would love for them to do a beat for beat, or basically if they don't want to do it in the animation, put it in the video game. Like you got so much avenues to basically put something on something, pretty much. And that's all I want to see. I want to see more of this movies and animations or something, bro. 'Cause sometimes it's like DC is doing the same doing stuff that I actually want to see Marvel. I want to see Marvel do the same thing with the cartoons and shit. We get animation of the cartoons. We get like episodes of '90s X-Men and stuff like that. But at the same time, kind of want to see, I want to see some more like animations when it comes to cartoons and stuff from Marvel. I don't know if we ever gonna get that shit or get something as smooth as how DC got it. Pretty much when it comes to the animations, movies, and stuff like that. We got Injustice movie animation. It was pretty dope to watch. I ain't really like the animation. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really wasn't rock with the animation, but we got it. We got something. And it was amazing. You know, sit and watch, but storytelling was really good. Basically, just like the video game. Um, yeah, that's the one thing I gravitate to say. Like, yo, I wish we get more animations in like cartoons and stuff like that. Kids are not the only ones that watch cartoons. Adults do too. Adults watch cartoons, especially you got cartoons that basically for adults, stuff like that. Pretty much. Sometimes I sit and watch TV shows, and I get into like the more like mind frame, like yo, kind of want to sit and watch cartoons for a little bit. I don't mind whatever I watch, for real. You know, I'll sit and watch a cartoon in a heartbeat, pretty much. I did not watch a freaking even TV series of Supernatural, and most people out there don't watch cartoons, don't watch anything, just don't watch TV at all. Which, pick your poison, you know. So I understand that, man. Some people don't watch cartoons. Some people just basically just read novels or basically find their own way to entertain themselves, pretty much, which is clearly like understanding that. Cartoon characters. Like, I was basically on here to speak my mind right now about this whole comic book thing. It was like, why Jean Grey is in Spider Man? I think Jean Grey is in that movie, and I think the reason why she's in that movie is mostly because of she basically came. I mean, you gotta realize that Spider Man and you gotta realize that Spider Man is close to basically the X Men's man. I mean X Men's, like he's based in New York. X Men's locate. I mean X Men's like should be in the same what's name same what's name with Spider Man's at. That's what I'm trying to say. Like X Men and what's name, which they all should be running into each other every once in a blue moon. You'll see something like Daredevil run into Spider Man or Luke Cage or Iron Fist or anybody pretty much because Spider Man and all of them are in New York. It's like the X Men. X Men are well, Professor X. He's he's basically his school is basically located in New York. Located somewhere in New York or something like that. Pretty much. Like all of the superheroes that is basically like the Avengers are pretty much are in New York. Which for her might say, why is Jean Grey? Jean Grey's probably got something going on with her family. Is basically from New York, so pretty much. I think she was looking for a sister. I think that's what it was. She was looking for a sister, if I recall. She was looking for a sister, and she had her sister got kidnapped, killed, or something like that. And I'm trying to remember this shit, bro. The movie was really good. When my memory, like how my memory is, I don't remember. My memory's not that good, pretty much. The movie was really good, pretty much. And it was so good that I pretty much enjoyed myself watching. I enjoyed watching it. But at the same time, I just wish we actually got to see Venom or something like that. Venom, it was. I wish Venom was in the movie. Even send me something that have to do with Venom. But I feel like in the Secret Wars, hopefully Spider-Man do get his suit, and it basically go beat for beat from the comics. But I don't think that's gonna happen. I think something else gonna happen to Spider-Man. Something pretty cool is gonna happen to Spider-Man. We'll see. That's all I can say. We'll see. Whatever route they go, I'm just interested. Pretty much, I'm already like 100% in the whole ideas of what they do, what they're doing, and man, that look like that's all the way Jacqueline right there. Damn, hey Jacqueline, bro, that looks like Jacqueline. That's how she looked too. That's a good ass model of Jacqueline, bro. God damn. Who else you created? Sometimes I come on here just to look at these, look at the designs, like how they basically jazz. Damn, that's crazy. That's how she looked, bro. He actually was the one made Mickey Jane too. Yeah, a little bit. This in the face a little bit, a little bit. I guess the face that he picked. I don't know. These are all divas from back in the day. Yo, that looked just like her ass. God damn. The face skin, the face scan. Yeah, he picked the right face for it. That definitely is her face. Wow. I don't see it. I'm sorry. Not on that one. Not on that one. All the rest of them, yes, spot on. Jacqueline, it had some arms on her. Then she built like China. No. She had arms on her. She did have some arms. She got muscle. She did have muscle. I say she didn't. I don't know. No, but yeah, she had some muscle though. But he gonna definitely look like that now. Definitely still in shape, very much. I'm trying to get in shape. I'm trying very much. Every time I turn around and try, every time I try to get in shape, bro, my body is like being tortured by this damn ring. I changed it. Spent some time with my damn niece when she was here. Screaming a little butt, kept on screaming. Oh my god, she got pitch. Ooh. Every time she having fun, she is just scream. God, that was driving. I'm like, God. I wish you could find another way to basically let me know that you having fun other than screaming. That's exactly what she was doing, screaming up a storm. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss it. So I have this $20 bill, right? some people joy. That's everyday joy. Like, be right back. My probably do verses probably later on. Um, yeah, I just want to get on here and talk. That's about it. I was not going to do no matches or anything. I'll see y'all in a few hours, or yeah, later on. I'm gonna say later on. Peace out.